Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you try, your money seems to slip through your fingers? In this video, we're going to uncover 7 financial habits that, often without you even realizing it, are keeping you trapped in a cycle of scarcity. If you feel like you're always playing catch-up or wondering why you can never seem to save, then you need to watch this video all the way through. By understanding and breaking these habits, you'll pave the way for a more prosperous and secure financial future. Imagine escaping the endless cycle of debt and worry, finally gaining control over your finances, and building a stable future for yourself and your family. Stay with me for the next few minutes, and together we'll identify and transform these behaviors that are sabotaging your financial success. Ready to take the first step toward financial freedom? Let's dive in. Impulse buying occurs when you make spontaneous purchases without prior planning or genuine need, often driven by emotions or marketing tactics rather than necessity. While these purchases might seem harmless at the moment, they can quickly accumulate and have a significant impact on your financial health. The frequent indulgence in impulse buying disrupts your budget, drains your savings, and can even lead to accumulating debt. Over time, this habit creates a vicious cycle where money is consistently being spent on items that offer temporary satisfaction but little long-term value, making it difficult to achieve financial stability. To curb impulse buying, start by setting a clear budget that aligns with your financial goals and stick to it. Make a habit of creating a shopping list before heading out or shopping online, ensuring you only buy what you truly need. Another effective strategy is the 24-hour rule. When tempted by an unplanned purchase, give yourself a full day to think it over before making a decision, allowing time to assess whether it's a necessity or just an impulse. Living beyond your means refers to spending more money than you earn, relying on credit, loans, or dipping into savings to maintain a lifestyle that your income cannot sustain. This habit often begins subtly, with small indulgences or purchases justified as rewards, but it can quickly spiral into a pattern where monthly expenses consistently exceed income. The immediate gratification from living beyond your means comes at a steep price, accumulating debt, financial stress, and the inability to save or invest for the future. Over time, this behavior erodes financial security, trapping you in a cycle of dependency on credit and leaving little room for emergencies or opportunities. The long-term consequences include not only financial instability but also the mental and emotional strain of constantly managing debt and worrying about money. To break this cycle, it's crucial to start by tracking your expenses meticulously, identifying areas where you can cut back, and focusing on creating a budget that reflects your actual income. Prioritizing needs over wants and making conscious spending decisions are key steps to living within your means. Neglecting savings and investments is a habit that can have far-reaching consequences on your financial future. Saving money is essential not only for handling unexpected expenses but also for building a safety net that allows you to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. Investments, on the other hand, are crucial for growing your wealth over time, as they enable your money to work for you through compound interest and market gains. Without consistent savings, you remain vulnerable to financial emergencies, forcing you to rely on credit or loans, which can lead to debt. Additionally, neglecting investments means missing out on the potential for long-term wealth accumulation, keeping you stuck in a cycle of financial stagnation. To break free from this habit, start by automating your savings, ensuring that a portion of your income is consistently set aside before you even have the chance to spend it. Begin with small, manageable investments such as contributing to a retirement account or investing in low-risk mutual funds. Educate yourself on various investment options to make informed decisions that align with your financial goals. Relying on credit cards for everyday expenses is a risky habit that can quickly spiral out of control. While using credit cards may seem convenient, especially when cash flow is tight, it often leads to accumulating high-interest debt that becomes increasingly difficult to manage. Everyday purchases, when charged to a credit card, can slowly but steadily build up a balance that grows with interest over time. This creates a situation where minimum payments barely cover the interest, leaving the principal amount largely untouched and trapping you in a cycle of debt that feels impossible to escape. The longer this cycle continues, the more your financial stability is compromised, as the burden of credit card debt can drain resources that could otherwise be used for savings, investments, or emergencies. To avoid falling into this trap, it's crucial to explore alternatives to relying on credit. Start by building an emergency fund that can cover unexpected expenses without needing to use a credit card. Whenever possible, opt to use a debit card or cash for daily purchases, which helps keep your spending within your means. If you do use a credit card, make it a priority to pay off the balance in full each month to avoid interest charges and maintain financial control. One of the most critical habits to avoid on your journey to financial freedom is the failure to budget. Budgeting isn't just about keeping track of your expenses. It's about taking control of your financial future. Without a budget, it's alarmingly easy to overspend, leaving you with little to no savings and a growing sense of uncertainty about where your money is actually going. Imagine trying to navigate a ship without a map. That's what managing your finances without a budget feels like. You might feel like you're moving forward, but in reality, you're drifting without direction. This lack of structure often leads to financial chaos, where overspending becomes the norm and debt starts to pile up. The absence of a budget can also hinder your ability to save for the future or invest in opportunities that could grow your wealth. To avoid this pitfall, it's crucial to establish a budget that fits your lifestyle. Start by tracking all your income and expenses, then categorize them to see where your money goes. Utilize budgeting apps that can simplify the process and help you set realistic financial goals. Regularly reviewing your budget allows you to make adjustments as needed, ensuring you stay on track and avoid financial disarray. Procrastination can be a silent killer of financial health, slowly eroding your wealth-building potential without you even realizing it. When you delay making important financial decisions, whether it's investing in a retirement fund, paying off high-interest debt, or even creating a budget, you're not just standing still, you're actually moving backward. The cost of procrastination is more than just lost time. It's lost money, lost opportunities, and increased stress. Every day you put off these decisions, you miss out on potential gains that could have been compounding, and the debt you ignore only grows more burdensome with added interest. It's like knowing you need to repair a leaky roof but choosing to wait until the rainy season. It's only going to get worse and more expensive. The opportunity cost of procrastination is often underestimated, yet it can have a profound impact on your financial future. For example, delaying investments in the stock market could mean missing out on years of potential growth, which could have exponentially increased your wealth over time. Similarly, putting off debt repayment allows interest to accumulate, making it harder to achieve financial freedom in the long run. Procrastination also increases financial stress, as the weight of these unmade decisions lingers in the back of your mind, creating a sense of unease and anxiety that can affect other areas of your life. To combat this, it's essential to break the cycle of procrastination by setting clear deadlines and taking immediate, actionable steps. Start by prioritizing your financial goals and breaking them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Taking even a small step today, whether it's setting up an automatic transfer to a savings account, researching investment options, or making an extra payment on your debt, can set you on a path to greater financial security tomorrow. Use tools like calendars or apps to remind yourself of these deadlines, and hold yourself accountable by sharing your goals with a trusted friend or advisor. The key is to build momentum and create a habit of taking action, which will gradually make financial decision-making a less daunting and more empowering process. The habit of keeping up with the Joneses is a pervasive social pressure that compels individuals to match the spending habits and lifestyle choices of those around them, often without considering the impact on their own financial well-being. This constant comparison can push you to make unnecessary purchases, whether it's a new car, a bigger house, or the latest tech gadgets, not because you need them, but because you feel compelled to keep up with the perceived success of your peers. The problem with this mindset is that it often leads to spending beyond your means, pushing you into debt and financial instability. What starts as a desire to fit in or to appear successful can quickly spiral into a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, just to maintain appearances. This habit is dangerous because it shifts your focus from what's important for your financial future to what's important for maintaining a facade. The stress of trying to keep up with others can be overwhelming, leading to anxiety and a feeling of inadequacy. Moreover, as you accumulate more debt to finance this lifestyle, you become trapped in a financial prison of your own making. Instead of building wealth and securing your future, you're left paying off high-interest credit cards and loans, with little to no savings or investments to fall back on. The pursuit of keeping up with others can ultimately lead to financial ruin, as the true cost of maintaining appearances far outweighs any temporary satisfaction. To break free from this cycle, it's crucial to refocus on your own financial goals and values. Begin by setting clear, personal financial priorities that align with your long-term vision, rather than the short-term satisfaction of keeping up with others. Practice gratitude for what you already have, and remind yourself that financial success is not about how you compare to others, but about achieving your own version of financial freedom. Avoid comparing yourself to others, as this only perpetuates the cycle of unnecessary spending. Instead, focus on making smart financial decisions that benefit you in the long run, and surround yourself with like-minded individuals who support your financial journey. Now that you've learned about the habits that can sabotage your financial future, the real question is, what are you going to do about it? Will you continue to let procrastination, social pressure, and poor financial habits dictate your life? Or are you ready to take control and start making decisions that align with your long-term goals? Imagine where you could be a year from now if you started taking action today. What would your life look like if you stopped trying to keep up with the Joneses and focused on building your own financial security instead? It's time to challenge yourself to break free from these destructive habits and make the changes necessary to secure your financial future. But change doesn't happen by accident. It requires commitment, action, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Are you ready to do what it takes? If so, start by applying the strategies we've discussed today. Set clear financial goals, take small steps to overcome procrastination, and focus on your own journey instead of comparing yourself to others. These habits are the foundation of financial freedom, but it's up to you to put them into practice. If you're serious about transforming your financial life, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to learn. Speaking of learning, don't miss my latest video, Necessary Sacrifices to Leave Poverty Behind, where we dive deep into the tough choices and sacrifices that are essential for breaking free from financial struggles. Everything we've talked about today ties directly into that conversation, because sometimes the hardest sacrifices are the ones that set you on the path to true financial independence. So, are you ready to make those sacrifices and leave your financial worries behind? Let's take this journey together.